Hello everyone, and welcome to Past the Post. This is Michael Adolphs, and we're going to go over the very best of racing from around the world this week, including a few Group 1s, especially in the UK for its Darley July Festival. We do kick things off in the UK. Speaking of the July Festival, we have the July Cup. This Group 1 affair featured no less than a supplement in the way of notable speech, a Guineas winner from last year. 14 went to post, and it looked wide open. In the end, though, it was no half measures. 66-1 on the line, with Neil Callan for Richard Hughes winning by a neck. The big upsetter was owned by R.P. Gallagher. Big Mojo, a Breeders' Cup winner in his own right, finished well in second at 12-1. Run to Freedom was third, with Alcal's sprint winner Believing ending her career with a nice fourth. Notable speech rounded out the top five.
He's holding his position at the moment in the all-blue, pursuing Night Raider, who is already 2 to 3 lengths clear here. Spy Chief over on the far side, Ides of March, notable speech in pursuit of Night Raider as they make their way down inside the two. Night Raider, notable speech, far side Spy Chief, no half measures, Big Mojo in the noseband, then Believing and Symbol of Honour. Still a bold sight, Night Raider, notable speech hanging, no half measures, Big Mojo behind those, trying to stay on his road lighting because it gets messy up front. No half measures, Big Mojo Believing staying on with Run to Freedom. No half measures for Neil Callan and Richard Hughes driven clear from Big Mojo. No half measures.
Look, of course I was going to be open-minded, you know, you're on an outsider, but you always believe that they can run a race because she's got good stats and good form over 6. But I knew the one next to me was going to go fast. But I didn't want to chase it, but I wanted to use it. And, you know, when I kind of got her running and she responded without hitting her, I thought, well, she's going to run a race, top 3. And to hit the front, I thought, wow, you know, it's a surreal moment, you know. But, yeah, look, you just cannot beat Group 1s. They're just top.
Next up, we have the Group 2 Superlative Stakes on that same card on Saturday at Newmarket. 2-year-olds over 7 furlongs. 7 went to post, led in the market by Ballydoyle's impressive maiden winner, Italy. In the end, though, it was Sava Desert, giving William Buick and Charlie Appleby yet another victory in the race by a length and a quarter in this roughly run affair. He was the 6-1 third choice. The Godolphin homebred beat out Italy in the process, the 4-6 favorite. Appleby has now won 6 of the last 10 superlatives. He was also third with Wild Desert.
Kicks and actually finds a couple of lengths, long way from home, but Venetian Lace has set this alight, just drifting off the rail and impeding their Wild Desert, who has a cannon on effect to Italy, leaves the path clear on the near side for Sava Desert. So Venetian Lace continuing to hang and not doing any favours to the two on the left. Wild Desert and Italy now under strong pressure. Sava Desert racket with a big price. Venetian Lace not running straight but still in there firing with Sava Desert. Italy now knuckling down on the far side as they enter the final 150 yards. It's Sava Desert who's hanging left-handed from Italy, and what a messy race for the superlative.
He did. It was a scrappy race. I think they all wandered around a little bit. I'd like to watch the replay again. It was a good, honest gallop. No hiding place. My fella just followed the field over. Knuckled down well. He won well. I don't think any doubt as in regards to the best horse winning. Delighted with him. He's really come forward for his run of Sandown, and you know, you saw there he's still green when he gets to the front, so there's plenty of improvement in him.
He's done everything right so far. There was a bit where he just reared up at the start, but these things happen with inexperienced horses. Look, Charlie's saying he's right up there at the moment in terms of the horses you've got in this age bracket in the yard. How excited are you by him?
Yeah, he'd have to be after that. You know, Charlie's won the superlative with some really good horses over the years, and you know, they've all come here with plenty of improvement, and they've all come here with us trying to find out something. So the winner of this race is always stands you in good stead. So yeah, we're delighted.
The second Group 1 of the weekend was the Falmouth Stakes for 3-year-olds and up over 8 furlongs. This was for fillies and mares. 8 went to post, including 3 Group 1 winners, topped in the market by a 3-year-old facing elders in January. But in the end, it was Cinderella's dream, making good on her disappointing run last time in the Duke of Cambridge Stakes at Royal Ascot. Winning by a half length as the 5-2 second choice, she was ridden by William Buick for Charlie Appleby and Godolphin. January, the 6-4 favourite, wound up second. Duke of Cambridge winner Crimson Advocate ran well to be third, while 2024 Guineas champ Amalco was fourth for his Heinrich Ahmed.
As they're making their way now down inside the final 3 furlongs of the Tattersalls Falmouth. Running Lion with Atsilla trying to move through to challenge. On the far side is Elwatine. Coming there strongly on the near side is January as they fan out. Cinderella's Dream and Crimson Advocate are over towards the far side. Cinderella's Dream and Crimson Advocate for the older parade have the lead. Atsilla knuckling down. Near side January still being wound up with over a furlong to go, and it's January on the near side who has now moved through to press Cinderella's Dream and Crimson Advocate. The big 3 in the Falmouth are wide across the course. Crimson Advocate and Cinderella's Dream. January the near side going to the line. Cinderella's Dream in the centre will win the Falmouth.
She's all class. First domestic Group 1 for her, so incredibly well deserved, and I'm so pleased for the filly and the whole team. She's been unlucky a couple of times, but today she put it all together, and what a game filly she is. You know, it was a ding dong between 2 good fillies, and you know, it was a good race. She had to give the second filly £9, so it's never easy, and I'm just so pleased for her. She's been a wonderful filly all through, and just delighted that she can get a domestic Group 1 next to me.
Speaking of the Duke of Cambridge, we had the Duchess of Cambridge Stakes for 2-year-old fillies over 6 furlongs on Friday. This Group 2 affair had 6 go to post, with heavy favoritism on Albany winner Venetian Sun, and she did not disappoint, winning by a neck under Clifford Lee for Carl Burke. Tony Bloom and Ian McAlvey owned this one. Royal Fixation, a long shot of 14-1, ran well to finish second. The winner is now 3 for 3, and likely heads to Group 1 company next.
Clifford Lee still biding his time. There's plenty of room between the 2 groups for her to challenge, and then behind these Royal Fixations. So now making their way down towards the final couple of furlongs. Venetian Sun in the centre, Spicy Marg, Argentine Tango to the right-hand side, and then Shine On Me, and this is where Venetian Sun is asked to go through the gears. Argentine Tango on the far side, trying hard. On the near side, Royal Fixation is staying on, but Venetian Sun it is who leads. But on the near side, Royal Fixation is finishing very strongly. Royal Fixation coming at Venetian Sun, who lasts home by a neck.
I think she did go a couple of lengths clear and thought it was all over, but obviously Ed's horse quickened up nicely. Cliff just said she's dossing a bit in front, and she is an idle filly like that. She's so laid back, you know. I think she was in front plenty soon enough, and the ground's probably a bit on the quick side for her, but she's a very high class filly.
Plans for her now?
Well, I would think the Lowther would be out now. I mean, she's won a Group 2 now. She's in the Mornay. We'll have a look at that. That would be the next option, but we're very keen to step her up to 7 in the Moyglare.
And how excited are you about stepping up in trip and looking ahead to next year stretching out over the mile?
Well, her pedigree says she's more of a miler at least, and a 3-year-old. So, you know, she's a very mature filly, as you can see, and she's obviously got a great engine. So I think she can be better on better ground and over a trip. She relaxes so well in behind, as you can see there. She was just dossing away in behind.
And clearly, from what you say about her at home, from what we've seen on the racetrack, do you think racing against the very best horses will sort of bring out the very best in her?
For sure, yeah, for sure. She's that type of filly. You know.
The first day of that July festival was Bahrain Day, including the Group 3 Bahrain Trophy over 13 furlongs for 3-year-olds. 5 went to post, and it looked like a big matchup between Scandinavia and Nighttime Dancer, and that's just how it looked with about a quarter mile to go, until Scandinavia blew the race open by 8.5 lengths. The slight 11-8 favourite had Ryan Moore aboard for Aidan O'Brien and Coolmore. Carrying the Tabor colours, he beat out Nighttime Dancer into second. The winner is a son of Justify and a half-talented Group 1 winner above the curve.
Towards the last 2.5 furlongs, Scandinavia goes on. Nighttime Dancer, White Cat ranging up as a threat. Firtha looks to be backing out of it down at the rail. Then Hallelujah You and Titanium Emperor climbing out of the dip with a furlong and a half to go. More in front here on Scandinavia and asking for more. Scandinavia stretching on over 2 lengths clear to Nighttime Dancer. They're playing now for places in behind because Scandinavia is powering clear in the hands of Ryan Moore. And Scandinavia wins the Bahrain Trophy emphatically.
It was. He was out wide a long way there, and he's come back good. He bounced out of the race very well. He really enjoyed the ground, so we're looking forward to him.
Are you thinking potentially St Leger for this horse?
I think St Leger, Irish Leger, English Leger, all those sort of races are open to him. Maybe a cup horse next year, perhaps. Mm-hmm. But we can plod our way towards those nice staying races at the end of the year now.
On that same Thursday card at Newmarket was the Group 2 July Stakes for 2-year-olds over 6 furlongs. 6 went to post, including Godolphin's heavily favoured Maximize, who ultimately faltered, as Zavateri won by a length at 18-1 as the longest shot on the board. Charlie Bishop was aboard for Eve Johnson-Houghton. Mick and Janice Mary Scotty owned this one, who beat out Do or Do Not, the Coventry runner-up, into second again. Their winner is now 2 for 2 and is a grandson of the great Zarkava. Maximize wound up backing up the 5th of 6 horses.
Zavateri out wide making an effort. Hiel Pepper trying to thread through in behind the pink cap, and then Do or Do Not. Downhill towards the last quarter mile, and Brussels now goes on. Moore shakes him up. Maximize, though, beginning to respond, coming through to challenge. Zavateri on the left running a big race. Hiel Pepper trying to find daylight up the rail, the pink cap. Zavateri strikes the front, passing the furlong to Hiel Pepper. Do or Do Not, the orange cap, is running on from the rear. Brussels and Maximize are beaten, and it's Zavateri for a big shock in the July Stakes. Zavateri beats Do or Do Not.
We kind of didn't underestimate him, and if we did at any point, it was because of whatever price he was. He did what we thought he'd do on debut. Hasn't done a great deal in between, to be honest with you. He likes to just tick them over once they've ran once, so naturally he'll improve again. I kind of got caught on the wing from halfway and had to commit sooner than I wanted to, and I thought he found the line really well, and he'll appreciate 7 furlongs in time.
Also on that Thursday card was the Group 2 Princess of Wales Stakes for 3-year-olds and up over 12 furlongs. Only 4 went to post, including Godolphin's duo of Arabian Crown and El Cordobés. El Cordobés, twice second in the Carnival this year, ran well, winning by 2 lengths as the 7-2 third choice. William Buick and Charlie Appleby got another one for Godolphin on the board. Wimbledon Hawkeye was second at 5-2. Arabian Crown and 13-8 Palladium, the favourite, rounded out the top 4.
And now Moore shakes up Palladium as Arabian Crown in the all-blue comes alongside. Wimbledon Hawkeye on the right making his effort. El Corbedes has had to manoeuvre right around the field. Down into the dip, a furlong and a half to go. Palladium seen off. Wimbledon Hawkeye in the middle of a line of 3 goes to the front. Arabian Crown under the rail. Here's El Corbedes delivering his challenge now under Will Buick. And El Corbedes has come surging through to grab the lead and begins to stretch on. A British landmark winner. 2,000 for Will Buick as El Cordobés.
To be honest with you, I was made aware of it because I can't remember my 1,000 ever being noticed. So you just, we do it so much and so often, and then you count worldwide. Is it in England? Where is it? So I was made aware of it, but I was sort of 40 odd away from it then, and that can be a long time in racing. So 40 odd winners. So then it got down to single figures, and then I sort of looked at where I was, and I'm thinking, it could happen at various places that aren't as glamorous as Newmarket July meeting. No offence, but I didn't spare it, of course. But to do it here at my home track, Newmarket July course, for Charlie Appleby and Godolphin in the Princess of Wales, just makes it all the more special. So it wasn't by design. You can't design these things, it just happened like that, but I'm very pleased it happened like it did.
And the last race we'll go over at Newmarket was the listed Sir Henry Cecil Stakes for 3-year-olds over 8 furlongs. 7 went to post, including 3 from Godolphin, topped by the talented Opera Bello. And that son of Gayeth did not disappoint, winning by 2 3/4 lengths, another facile listed victory for him. The 11-8 favourite gave William Buick and Charlie Appleby both 4 stakes wins on the weekend. Carrying the Godolphin colours, he beat out Seagull's 11 at 22-1 shot into second. It was his 4th win from 5 starts and 2nd consecutive listed win.
Opera Ballo, one from the right being finessed into it. King of City's Yellow Jacket just looking for a way through, being forced to switch. Seagull's 11 on the left is making progress from the rear, as now Opera Ballo is shaken up and moves through to challenge as they race out of the dip. Seagull's 11 on the left is giving chase, but it's Opera Ballo in front by a couple of lengths. Seagull's 11 chasing hard. Opera Ballo running on strongly on a landmark day. It's now 3 for Buick, Godolphin and Charlie Appleby. Opera Ballo impressively over.
Elsewhere in the UK, we go up to York in the north. We have the Group 3 Summer Stakes for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares, over 6 furlongs. This was a well-matched affair with 11 going to post, including Saida Darian, the tepid favourite. She did not disappoint, winning by a length and a half. Billy Loughnane was aboard the 9-4 favourite. Richard Hughes got his second stakes win of the week. Jabber Abdullah owns this one, who beat out Night Eyes, the 7-1 shot, for David O'Meara into second, who had a bad start. Celandine rounded out the top 3 for Ed Walker.
Racing now with a furlong and a half to go in the Summer Stakes. Celandine and Ranger Bambi are still the first two. Arabian Dust towards the near side, picking up Night Eye from a long way back. Sayadar Darien now has got clear sailing. She's had to wait, but now she kicks, and it is a decisive kick inside the final half furlong. Sayadar Darien is quite simply much the best.
At York on Saturday, we had the listed City Wall Stakes, over 5 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up, and a big prep for the Nunthorpe. 8 went to post, including King Charles II Stakes 7th place finisher Washington Heights, who was the favourite at 9-4 and did not disappoint, winning by 3/4 of a length under Shane Gray. The winner is trained by Kevin Ryan for Hamilton Racing. Miss Attitude at 10-1 finished second, and this was Washington Heights' 4th win from 23 starts, and he definitely appreciated the drop in class.
Route still along, so too is JM Jungle towards the near side. Miss Attitude in the yellow begins to make a big move now over on the far side of the course. Apollo 1 in behind the leader, so too is Rosie Affair. They're well inside the final furlong. Washington Heights has the lead. Now JM Jungle is rallying, and Miss Attitude with every chance over on the far side. But Washington Heights is finding more, and Washington Heights wins.
Last of our 3 York Stakes to cover was the Group 3 John Smith Silver Cup, over 14 furlongs for 3-year-olds and upward. 6 went to post in this staying affair, including the in-form Al Kareem, leading the lot in the market and literally throughout the race, going wire to wire. Winning by 2.5, he was the 4-7 favourite with Clifford Lee and Carl Burke. The Nick Bradley colour bearer beat out Samui, the 16-1 shot, who closed well to be second. Table Talk was third. The Group 2 winning 6-year-old Victor won his 11th race and 8th stakes of his career.
Racing down towards the final quarter mile, and Al Kareem now is being tackled by Table Talk on the far rail, one smooth operator. Samui for Ireland towards the outside as these 4 line up, but Al Kareem is still there in front. He's trying to see them off down towards the final furlong. Al Kareem, now it is Samui down the outside, who's going to be the last to challenge. Table Talk is held, so too one smooth operator. Al Kareem has simply run the field into submission. Al Kareem wins.
Let's head over to Ascot on Saturday for one of the biggest mile races that's a Group 2 of the summer, the Summer Mile Stakes, over those 8 furlongs for 3-year-olds and upward. It was led in the market of these 6 horses by Hatem, who was cutting back after his big Wolferton win at Royal Ascot. But he couldn't quite get it done, as Never So Brave won by 3/4 of a length as the 11-8 second choice. David Pervert was aboard for Andy Balding. Carrying the Saeed Suhail colours, he beat out Point Lannis, a 22-1 shot, into second. It was a nice step up in class following Never So Brave's Buckingham Palace win at Royal Ascot.
And Point Linus and Jamie Spencer showing in a clear advantage. He's riding along though now, but he has still 6 lengths. Hatem, the gold sleeves, moved into second. Never So Brave, blue and yellow jacket, has moved through to challenge for second position. They are in pursuit of Point Linus, and they really are closing now. Point Linus still has the lead. Never So Brave is moving alongside though, and as they come to the line, David Probert and Never So Brave are just pushed out to win. Point Linus second, Hatem third.
Over at Chester on Saturday, we listed City Plate Stakes for 3-year-olds and up, over 7 furlongs, where 8 went to post, including heavy favourite Marvelman for Andy Balding, who wound up finishing third. Holguin, number 3 there, won by a head, as a 13-2 third choice. Fala Bouganem was aboard for Hamad Al Jahani. Qatar's Watnan Racing owns this one, who beat out Witness Stand at 11-1 into second. The winner franked the form of Never So Brave's Buckingham Palace, having finished third in that race.
Witness Stand leading with pressure being applied by Benevento. Marvel Man's got work to do up against the rail, now shaken up. Trying to come into it is Holgan as well, who's trying to pick up on the outside. Excellent Believe. Then comes Rebels Gamble up the home straight. Can they catch Witness Stand? And Marvel Man now responding for pressure but needs room. And Holgan the Grey's up on the outside. Witness Stand, here comes Holgan the Grey, who's trying to get past Witness Stand, and Holgan in a driving finish. Holgan and Witness Stand.
And last of our UK action was the listed Pippalong Stakes on Tuesday at Pontefract, over 8 furlongs for 4-year-olds and up fillies and mares. 10 went to post with the 2-1 favorite Royal Dress and 4-1 second choice and Breeders' Cup alum Soprano. In the end, it was Royal Dress, winning easily by 3 1/4 lengths. Clifford Lee had 3 stakes wins on the week. James Tate trains this one for Saeed Banyana, and she is a Rabba homebred. Chester Dancer was second.
They are following. They're being followed into the straight by Cheshire Dancer. Vicario is on the wide outside. Royal Dress in the white and red colours also making an effort. Now a bit of work to do, though. Running down towards the last furlong. Julia Augusta being pounced on by Cheshire Dancer. Look at Royal Dress to the outside, coming there very smoothly inside the final furlong. And it is Royal Dress who takes over from Cheshire Dancer. And Royal Dress goes on to win with authority.
Now let's head over to Ireland for a pair of Group 3 affairs. On Wednesday, we have the Group 3 Darley Stenera Stakes over 14 furlongs for 4-year-olds and up fillies and mares. 9 of them went to post, including Haggis-trained UK Invader, Santorini Star, the 3-1 second choice. But in the end, it was Goody Two Shoes, winning by a half-length as the 11-8 favourite under Dylan McMonagle for Joseph O'Brien. The John McManus Hodebred beat out Drawn to Dream, the 50-1 long shot, finishing second. The winner, a 6-year-old son of Fastnat Rock, has now won 3 consecutive stakes.
Round the bend they come, 3 furlongs to go. The Darley EBF Stenera Filly Stakes is Drawn to Dream, the leader, from Goody Two Shoes, beginning to pick up on the outside of Island Hopping and then in Franchise. Lemps are bad in the centre of the track, less than 2 to run. Drawn to Dream is picked off by Goody Two Shoes. After them is Lemps are bad, and then comes Island Hopping in Franchise. Royal Entry is staying on late out of Comic Book and Santorini Star. Goody Two Shoes just has it. 150 yards to go. Goody Two Shoes from Drawn to Dream, drawn clear of Royal Entry, and it's Goody Two Shoes. Goody Two Shoes.
The second of our 2 Group 3s from Ireland was the Brownstown Stakes on Thursday, over 7 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up fillies and mares. 8 went to the gate, led in the market by Leopardstown loving Vera's Secret, who did not disappoint on her favourite track. Winning by a neck, the 11-8 favourite was ridden by Shamie Heffernan for John Fane. Jay Brown owns this one, who beat out Dance Night and Day into second. It was a very formful race all around from a market standpoint.
They're getting stretched out with 2 furlongs to go. Vera's Secret is continuing in the lead. From Shantae as these 2 kick away from Dance Night and Day, who's edging third from Duckadilly and then Bellafina. Blue Drum Weekends, then Easy Mover and Temperance, but it is Vera's Secret in the lead and stretching clear from Shantae. Dance Night and Day still late headway on the outside, but it is Vera's Secret. Vera's Secret from Dance Night and Day. They're the 1-2.
Now we head over to France for its Sunday card at Longchamp, was the Group 2 Prix Maurice Noy, over 14 furlongs for 3-year-olds and upstairs. 6 went to post, including Dubai Gold Cup runner-up Double Major, who wound up finishing third. Sibian, the 13-10 favorite, did not disappoint, winning by a neck here under Mikel Barcelona in the Aga Khan colours and France's Henri Graffard. Internaut, carrying the same colours as Double Major, finished second as the second choice. Double Major rounded out the top 3.
Quicken away from them. Walt Adler is holding on the outside, looking through on the inside. Internaut's got nowhere. Sibian is stuck in a pocket. Double Major on the outer. Here goes Columbus down the wide outside, and it's Walt Adler who has the lead with Internaut. Now he sees a gap on Sibian. Double Major and Columbus try to come there on the outside. 5 in a line. It's Sibian who's now just about got to the lead from Double Major and Internaut. Sibian by a length from Internaut on the inside, but Sibian's the stronger and wins it. Sibian the winner.
The last of our 3 group affairs to cover from France was the Group 2 Prix de Mallarette for 3-year-old fillies over 12 furlongs. 5 went to post, including Sunley, who would wind up finishing second after leading the market in a big way. She was beaten by a short neck over UK Invader, Killing Queen. Kieran Schumark was aboard, the 6-1 third choice for Ed Walker, who is having a great season. TBT Racing owns the victor. Sunley, of course, finished second, with Rabbit's Foot proving luckless, finishing third.
Down past the 900 they go, and still Killing Queen striding along quite comfortably over Miss of Change in second. Behind these then Rabbit's Foot. Now Sunley is asked to move up a little bit on the outside, hasn't responded as yet, and further behind is 3 Pearls into the home straight. and Killin Queen. Tries to burn them off and has gone about 5 lengths clear. Sunley has found very little so far. Killin Queen is still in front. Now Sunley is getting into gear down the outside. Also Rabbit's Foot's improving, but Sunley is going to have to battle here. Nothing's got past Killing Queen yet. Sunley just lugs in behind. Over on the inside is Rabbit's Foot. It's still Killing Queen in front from Sunley, who comes there on the outside but can't deliver quite. Killing Queen's held on to it.
And lastly, we head over to the United States for some graded stakes action. On Saturday at Saratoga, 4 went to post in the Grade 2 Bowling Green over 11 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up on the grass. The big favorite in the race was Miguel Clement-trained Far Bridge, who didn't disappoint, winning easily by 3 lengths under Joel Rosario. Owned by LSU Stables, he will now go on to the Sword Dancer. El Razine, carrying the Shadwell colors, finished second for Todd Pletcher. Harrow and Tucson rounded out the quartet.
Opening up 3 on Tucson second. Harrow is running a good race. He's starting to inch up on the outside. El Razine widest of all. They're coming to the furlong pole. Far Bridge in complete control. In the center, El Razine motors into second. Far Bridge by 6 lengths as they come toward the wire. It's all Far Bridge. El Razine with a valiant effort, but he'll only come within about 3.5 lengths of the dominant Far Bridge.
Yeah, he rode them brilliantly. They were very good together. I think they won 5 of the last 7 starts. He put it to bed early, maybe a little bit earlier than I thought he would, but he's much the best, so just ride him like the best horse of the race.
He's a horse that I know has meant so much to the team throughout the journey that everybody has been on with him. To see him pick up yet another graded stakes win at Saratoga, what a special horse he is.
Yeah, that's great. He's the leader of the division. He's top class. He's always been top class. He's versatile. He can go forward, he can come from back. He's got taxel speed, a great turn of foot. And it's very rewarding because it's Dad's last horse he ever saddled, so it's great.
And last but not least, over in the States, we had the Group 3 Quick Qual Stakes on Sunday, over 5.5 furlongs on the grass for 3-year-olds. This dash had 6 go to post, including big favorite Governor Sam, who won well here by 3.5 lengths as the 3-4 favorite under Rad Ortiz for George Weaver. Bregman family and Swinbank owned this one, who beat out Ortley Avenue, a 15-1 long shot and the longest shot on the board, finishing second. No Evidence rounded out the top 3.
Leads it over Supersonic Blue, who moves to engage in second. Governor Sam getting a sweet trip just behind them in third. Then in subordination and No Evidence, 4 lengths clear of Jet Sweep Joe. They're at the top of the stretch. Ortley Avenue. Now here's Governor Sam cut loose and blows on by at the 8th pole. On the inside, No Evidence trying to get into second, and they're followed by Insubordination. It's all Governor Sam making short work of the competition in the quick call. Governor Sam airs.
Oh, he's got a great speed, and obviously, I talked to Irad when he worked me today. He was like, Irad, oh, he's going to be on the lead. But I told him in the paddock, I said, look, I'm not telling you not to go to the lead, but I said if he doesn't break and put you there, he doesn't need to. He won a Monmouth off the lead. You don't have to. So I let him use his judgment, and he had great judgment. It was a beautiful trip.
He really did. And talk a little bit about Ortley Ave. I mean, he was Avenue. Sorry, he was really game. I thought to see out second too.
I hate running horses against each other. It just so happened. But Ortley Avenue ran great, and the other horse was coming late too. It's just a little too short for him. But I think Ortley, he showed he's ready for this kind of competition for sure.
Now let's look at some of the races coming up this week. The biggest one of all is, of course, the Irish Oaks. Sponsored by Juddmonte, it will be over at the Curragh in Ireland. We also have some graded stakes action from the States and plenty to look forward to. We thank you for tuning in and hope to see you here next week on Past the Post. My name is Michael Adolphson. May all your photo finishes be winning ones.